Hi guys, this is Snapcraft and welcome to the series of StarCraft English commentary. We're going to be watching once again SCRVN versus proA.Moltres as part of SCVN 2024 spring season. This is going to be Series B and it's going to be a nice match because after two games the two players are tied up 2-0. Let me remind you, this is part of the final day 6 of the group stages. After this day is over, we will know exactly which are the 8 players who will qualify towards the next part of the tournament. Anyways, we have two SCVs mining the same mineral patch. That was a little bit unfortunate. How could you allow that to happen when you have 400 APM as a Terran player? Anyways, the map is going to be Radeon with SCRVN spawning the top right corner of the screen and his opponent proA.Moltres spawning in the bottom left. We have seen, in these kind of games that it's always proA.Moltres the Zelle player who has a slight advantage when the game starts. And if he's not able to finish up his opponent, then sometimes SCRVN is going to be able to launch a series of counter attack, either by drops or just attack when attacking a random base in the front when proA.Moltres doesn't have his forces together and those kind of things. And once again, let me remind you that today and tomorrow I will be traveling. I'm not going to be in my home city. I'm going to be in a city called Hoi An in the middle of Vietnam central area, very far from home. I had to take a flight to get here, and I just use a laptop and a very cheap set of microphones to actually cast these games. Because I want to be able to cast them almost live for you guys. I know you guys don't actually have that much interest in Vietnamese tournaments, but if you kind of want to support these kind of amateur tournaments, please feel free to go ahead and just follow the games. And yeah, just leave a comment or something like that just to show your support and love for the players. You can always buy me a coffee and write me a message or a comment describing how you want to distribute the money. You can distribute it in 3 ways. You can actually give it all to the prize pool. You can give it to a particular player that you enjoy watching, or you can just buy me a coffee, or you can do a bit of everything. Just leave me a comment describing how you want this to be done and I will execute it. I will announce publicly your contribution to the prize pool and so forth. So there's complete transparency and you know exactly how your money is being used. Anyways, looks like SCRVN is going to be facing against, looks like a spawning pool and then a hatchery coming out here. From the Zerg player on the other side of the map, he's going to be going for just the first Marine, and he's not yet revealing what he wants to build, but that looks to me like he's going to be going for a factory. That means we're going to be seeing a vulture coming up, and as usual proA.Moltres is coming for 3 hatch all inside of his main here. We're going to be having another drone going to the bottom left. This might be a 4 hatch build before any kind of pressure is exerted from the Zerg player. Very interesting. Or maybe this is just a fake, or maybe just gonna try to do something like different with it later. Yeah, but for the timing, if this drone can go for a hatchery, it's completely gonna be off the radar. SCRVN would not have any idea to go and scout it there. But of course, we need to actually have the money for it. For the time being, we're gonna be having some Zerglings coming out to support because SCRVN has decided to wall himself in. It might be that SCRVN is going to be going for double barracks. This is not something that proA.Moltres would know. He have no idea. It could be double barracks. It could be what SCRVN is doing now, factory. So this is why we have to have a couple of Marines, a couple of Zerlings first to check. The Zerlings going to be moving towards the top right corner of the map. And let's see what kind of responses do we have. We have kind of a slow command center coming out to float after the vulture is going to be coming out and clearing these Zerglings. This drone hiding all the way in the corner. I'm not sure if that is the right idea here because that's a lot of lost mining time. If you want to plan a hatchery there, you can actually do it at a later point instead of wasting like an entire drone there for like 5 or 7 minutes. Anyways, the Zerglings arrives now and he will see nothing. He doesn't see any kind of buildings, structure past the supply depot. He's gonna be able to return with his Zerglings. Alright, what do we have going on here from the Zerg side? proA.Moltres is going to be going for lair and taking a second gas. And we are going to be having a starport build. So this is kind of like a 1-1-1 build, but after the command center is being built. So I don't know if this diversion or this variation is going to be successful or not. This drone is still hiding all the way in the corner and the have mosquitoes trying to catch me because I'm very delicious. So I guess we have to kind of move around here a little bit, guys. Yeah, anyways, what's happening inside of SCRVN's base? He's going to be having a vulture, but he's not moving out. This vulture is, I mean, if you're going to just stick at home, why do you even build vulture? If you just want to stay at home exactly where you are, or there's a dog that just walked right past. I was going to say, if you just want to stay exactly where you are, just make Marine and that's it. Vulture is meant for harassment. But anyway, it's going to be seeing the first raid coming out. Do we have Lair? Yeah, Lair's done. Spire is going to get started after Hydra then as well. So proA.Moltres is going to be once again 3 base Mutualist. And as usual, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. This raid is going to be coming towards the right side of this map here, but he's not going to be able to find any Overlord because there's one Overlord here and just a couple of more Overlords on the other side of the map. And let's see, we're going to be having some Mutualists or some Hydras. It's going to be Hydras first, and then just some drones in the main. So yeah, of course, excuse me, the spy is not yet done, so we cannot possibly have any Mutualists at this point. It looks like the raid will not be able to take any Overlords out, and once again, the build that proA.Moltres has chosen is superior compared to his enemy. He's able to avoid getting any kind of Overlord picked up, but at least his raid is able to see that the spire is about halfway done. It's gonna go towards the other side of the map just to check for any kind of hidden bases, and turrets already on the way. I mean, this is kind of early turrets, but it's better than nothing. And his command center is made created now. And proA.Moltres, you need to think about the next phase. The raid, will it see that there's an SCV in the corner? It arrives there, and it takes a drone out. Oh my god, that drone hiding there the entire time was for nothing, and now that drone's gonna get destroyed. And proA.Moltres will need to resend another drone out. There's a freaking mosquito flying around here. Yeah, and anyways, command center is already get it floated here, so SCRVN will have very good, econ. His enemy is making a lot of Mutualists though, and this is why you see his supply is surging up 47 compared to 48. So both of the players are eye for eye, neck for neck in terms of supply here. A lot of Mutualists are going to get made. We're seeing a lot of turrets getting set up, so I think SCRVN is more than prepared. He needs some turrets at the choke, and he does have 3 turrets at the choke. He has kind of not so many turrets in the main though. Need to have more turrets in the main. We're seeing a hatchery getting created at the 6 o'clock position, which is a nice place to have your hatchery. Alright, let's see how the Mutualist harassment is going to be handled by our friend the Zelle player here. Looks like he's have to come forward, and we will see. How do I actually adjust it to be the... Okay, I'm just seeing... I want to be able to see the grouping of the Zelle player, but I'm not able to see it. Interesting. Okay, anyways, looks like we have 8 Mutualists, 10 Mutualists coming out, and we have a random drone getting lost in the middle of the map. There's just some people who just returned, so it's going to be very noisy in the back. I apologize for that. Anyways, Mutualists start to come out now. They start to attack. 1 turret down. Where are the Marine? There are not enough Marine. There's a science vessels though. And this mission is going to try to attack the SCV line as well as the turret. He clears out 1 more turret, and we will just stand exactly right here on hold position. The science vessel is going to be able to do a nice evade. Not a good split at all from proA.Moltres. This is a terrible split. The split is freaking ridiculous. So many Mutualists is going to be falling, and yeah, finally they have to retreat all in the corner, and that was not good. 6 Mutualists remaining. They are all very damaged. It's going to be better to retreat home and away from more forces. Drones coming out in the middle of the map. More Mutualists coming out though. So we shall see if proA.Moltres is going to be able to accomplish something. He's trying to dive in once again. We have a raid, and that's it. The raid's going to be able to push these Mutualists away. These Mutualists are very weak. They need to go back out. The first goal line of the game is here. And now we have how many Mutualists total? I think we have about 6 Mutualists. He's able to take out 1 turret, but that's it. He's gonna try to take out the other turret. He's doing this kind of Mutualist trick on top of the turrets, but not successful. And only 3 Mutualists remain, and I feel like proA.Moltres is kind of losing steam. The Goliath addition to the turn army the last minute was very nice. And now SCRVN will need to have to rebuild his economy a little bit. And once again, he's going for a kind of hybrid build with a lot of factories getting set up. Some Marines only, but the bulk of his army is gonna be mech. Actually don't know if this build is actually used by any of the Korean players, but we shall see. Anyway, second factory is getting created. And once again, SCRVN is just playing a very turtle style. He's not gonna go and expand or not go for any kind of early aggression. You want to make sure he gets a good defensive positions in his 2 bases first. And proA.Moltres is going to set up once again the usual defensive structure we see, which is 2 sunkens per base. He might set up some sunkens in the main at some point just to kind of counter drop. We've seen that kind of style from here. This drone is completely denied for an expansion. Alright, we're going to be seeing more factories getting set up here. And yeah, we're gonna be seeing, is this the first science vessel? Because I thought there was, okay, there are 2 science vessels. The number of science vessels is very good for SCRVN. He's gonna be able to build up his science vessels count very considerably. Let's see in terms of tech what is the thing that Which is going for the time being. We're gonna be just seeing Zerkler, no Queen's Nest. Yeah, he's not going to just Queen's Nest. He's gonna be upgrading a lot of, just forces and producing them in the middle map. Make sure he's got a very nice map control. Another drone gets sniped here. Hold on speed. Haven't finished upgrading for proA.Moltres. Alright, finally this vulture is gonna be destroyed, and proA.Moltres is free to take his 4th base, but he's not yet decided to take his 4th base. Gonna take the 4th base here at the 8 o'clock position. What about the upgrades for the Terran player? Looks like he's not yet. Okay, he's got a Goliath. He's got +1 armor, and okay, he's got the range upgrade, I think, but no +1 weapons, no armor. But still, that is very nice upgrade for Terran. Let's see when he decides to move out, because for the time being, he's just sitting at home. Although we have 3 science vessels. 3 science vessels is very nice, guys. It's very excellent. So we shall see. Looks like these mutualists are going to be on the run here. A total of 8 mutualists. Yep, SCRVN is just sticking at home, not deciding where to go. A large force of Hydralis and Zerlians have to come out now, so proA.Moltres want to exert a little bit of presence on the map. He might take that expansion at the 430 and get up to Hive as well. He's not going up to Hive, he's sticking with basic units, which I don't like. Looks like the Terran army decided to move out just a little bit. 2 sciences, so it's gonna try to go for some kind of irradiate. And what I don't like about proA.Moltres is we haven't seen a lot of clone scourges mixing with the mutualists to try to go and take out the sciences. So it's actually a very difficult skill, especially at the lower levels. You cannot clone units effectively. And we're waiting to see if proA.Moltres is gonna move into attack. He sees the vultures moving out. He's not yet reacting with his forces, and we shall see in just a few seconds whether he move out with his forces or not. Nice. Okay, what is this? Okay, he does what? Why would you irradiate an overlord? I mean, out of the things you could irradiate, why did you do that on an overlord? And this science has got some red stuff, whereas the other ones don't. I wonder why some of the sciences have red stuff in random locations and some others don't. Anyways, looks like Terran's in very good defensive position. These mutualists are going to try to go in here and do some kind of attacks here. There's a total of 8 mutualists, and looks like Zerg is going to be backing up for the time being, and Terran is allowed to take a 3rd base. proA.Moltres is a temporary supply block. I guess that is some good thing about the irradiate. Zerg's got 3 base, 4 base, 5 base. The 5th one's getting set up, and drones getting transferred. So very good saturations. But sometimes I feel like proA.Moltres is not really utilizing his econ correctly. Like there's some drones in random locations. Yeah, anyways, looks like this game is looking forward. We're going to be looking forward for very epic macro-oriented games here with a lot of factories for a Terran player. And the Zerg player is also very good forces. I think proA.Moltres could think about Queens at some point, but it's actually very hard to play with Queens. So I don't know if that's something that proA.Moltres would like to do in the later part of the game. We have another Overlord that gets irradiated. Looks like proA.Moltres moved all of his forces back just to take care of the 3 vultures, which is not good. What is he doing? He's losing a lot of forces, and this base is still not mining. Finally, we see the drones getting transferred here. proA.Moltres is 110 supply, SCRVN is 135, and these vultures are allowed to really chip away at this base. Finally, we have some Hydras in position. Looks like proA.Moltres might be looking to do some crazy attacks soon. SCRVN scans. He scans only the front just to see if he's got any kind of bases or any forces, but he doesn't see anything. What about attack for the Zerg player? Okay, looks like Hive is done. We don't have Defiler Mount just yet. I don't see it anywhere on this map. Yeah, not yet. So we shall see in just a few seconds what kind of tech and how fast proA.Moltres will get to Hive. For the time being, Terran is so deeply entrenched. I mean, look at these upgrades. +2 weapons on the tanks, and finally SCRVN decide to move out. This is nice. I like SCRVN position, man, because he seems to be having a very strong army. The Terran mech army strength is actually in numbers. The more you can grow together and keep your forces in a tightly knit, bond, the more it will be able to, be very effective in the future. Hydra is getting attacked. And more irradiate on this middle group of Angeles, and proA.Moltres is getting pushed back time and time again, and that was a crazy irradiate, very bad reaction from proA.Moltres, losing a lot of forces, which is wasting their lives to attack just a few Goliaths and a few tanks, and all of these forces are going to get destroyed. That was a terrible, terrible attack, and SCRVN is going to unsiege his units and start to move a little bit forward. A lot of factories being created. So in this game, proA.Moltres is not able to stop the macro machine of SCRVN like the previous game. Remember the previous game, SCRVN has like just only 3 or 4 factories at once, but now he's up to 7 factories. And proA.Moltres is playing with a very ragtag force, Mutualists, Zerlings, Hydras. What is this? You need to start to move into higher units like Ultras, or go for Queens. And yeah, it looks like this space is allowed to get set up, and SCRVN is slowly but surely gaining the macro or macro advantage here. What can the Zerg player do? The Zerg player is down by about 33 supply, just losing forces over and over again. He's gonna try to do more major attack, but he needs to do something about, firstly, the science vessels. He hasn't been able to kill any science vessels in the engagements. And I mean, these tanks are just so beefy. Let's see what kind of upgrades we have. Only just +2 weapons. I think the armory is being upgraded. I think during this time, SCRVN can go for second army. He's got he's got double army, so he's feeling okay. And we shall see. Yeah, looks like finally the final mounts getting created and more hatcheries. So the macro machine is kind of kicking in for proA.Moltres, but I feel like it's a little bit too late here. I just attacking with irradiate on everything. All of the Mutualists and the Hydras get destroyed. Zerlings is a nice addition though, and looks like the tanks are kind of overcommitting themselves. Zerling is what you really need to fight, to use here to fight. And sometimes I feel like also just Zerling drop on top of the tanks is a great idea. The Zerg is able to clear out so much forces in this side of the map. You need to go and clear out this space. It's just a couple of vultures on the high ground. Hydras attacking fiercely. Where are the tanks? I don't see anything, just a bunch of mines. And proA.Moltres is kind of evening up the supply. The reinforcement on the right side is a bit slow here. The tank need to come out here, and the tank, when you move with them to reinforce, is a bit harder than if they were in static positions here. These Goliaths are able to chip away some of the Hydras, but this command center is going to be burning, and proA.Moltres is once again back leading in supply here. This mosquito will need to get destroyed at some point. I'm not able to kill it. And anyways, the command center is burned down. And yeah, the game is gonna swing slightly back in proA.Moltres' favor. He's up by about 10 supply. He clears all of these Goliaths. That was a nice engagement. SCRVN has very good forces, but you know what? I feel like he's got some forces around here that he didn't use during that battles, and he could have macro a little bit better just to get more forces out. It looks like proA.Moltres is pushing a little bit way too hard. He doesn't need to push this hard. He can just make sure to not lose any forces, go back, and just trying to fight another day, because he needs to first of all and foremost secure his bases and make sure Terran cannot take a fourth, and the first objective and the second objective are both accomplished. There's no more purpose in attacking fiercely here, but he goes in anyways. He kicks these tanks, but they've got +3 weapons and +1 armor, but still not strong enough to stop the wave of Hydras, because the macro for the Zerg player is quite strong, but it's going to be running out of minerals in some of the bases. So we need to see more drones being transferred towards the fresher bases. Looks like proA.Moltres might be looking forward to take another base. Finally, these Hydras arrive in this area, and they are pushed back up supply-wise. SCRVN 84, proA.Moltres 94, and the battle for survival continues with SCRVN. It's got very good upgrades, but he's kind of losing down in numericality. He needs to kind of make more forces. Yeah, SCRVN is going to have to do something about his bottom right corner of the map, and proA.Moltres, he needs to start to transfer his probes over there. He's got I think he's got not so many drones. Actually, he's got like a decent amount of drones, but not the healthy economy that we kind of need in this kind of engagements. Anyways, Hydras are going to be coming out and getting whacked in the butts here by so many mines. Right, we're having an overlord that gets irradiated. I mean, it looks SCRVN just love doing this irradiate on the overlords. I don't understand the purpose of that, because it actually doesn't help anything. That's just a freaking waste of the irradiate energy. The battles for the middle might begin once again. Looks like the tank number is gonna get recreated, but just so much Zerg forces, man. So much Zerg forces. Alright, we have vultures coming out, and these vultures might be looking to do some harassment. They're just 2 sunkens here. Overlords can see the vulture movement. There's so many vultures, a total of 7 vultures. You need to come out here to save his base. a bunch of people are returning, and this is why you're hearing some noise in the background. I apologize for that. Vultures coming in. Would they attack the drones or the vultures or the Sunkens? They try to focus their attention on the drone. They get every single drone except one. Yeah, that drone in the back is saved, but that's fine. proA.Moltres, he was able to clear out all of his enemies, his forces, and he's leading about 20 supply. He's establishing a new base here as well. He needs to make some drones to start to make some Sunkens. He's got a nice control in the middle area of the map. SCRVN just scan just to make sure that the top left is not yet taken. And drones getting transferred by proA.Moltres towards the other bases. What is he upgrading here? Just more and more armors and weapons for the Zerg army. SCRVN 127 supply, proA.Moltres 139. He's doing fine, but he still needs to think about the next step. You need to stop this Terran army from getting the fourth base. I'm gonna try to attack now with all of the forces. Nice, the Matrix in the center, and a bunch of tanks are able to stop, but not enough tanks. The Matrix is good, but not nearly enough forces to stop the Hydralisks. So many times reinforcing from the right side and not in the right position. The number of Hydralisks are falling though, falling very fast, and Hydralisks get pushed back. And once again, we have a nice mind draft that takes out some Hydralisks, and the battle has ended here with a small slight victory for SCRVN. He's able to remine, and once again more vultures coming out. Oh my god, so many drones gonna get completely wiped out here. They need to run inside the main. proA.Moltres, move the drone. He's gonna, okay, but we're gonna be having scan. What the hell? What is the purpose of burying your drones? Because Terran has scan. I mean, it's like you haven't played StarCraft or something. He's lost so many drones, and like the previous game, proA.Moltres has a nice advantage in the early stages of the game, but he squanders his advantage towards the late game, and that is something that I really like about his playstyle. He's trying to go out there and save his base. Of course, he's going to be save his base, but he's going to be losing a lot of drones. I mean, this entire drone line was destroyed. That was so sad. Anyways, yeah, you know what? Making new drones is not important. Make Sunkens is more important. Only when you have enough Sunkens, you can start to make drones, or just send some Hydras and position there to kind of protect. And more vultures coming out. Terran is allowed to just move around with very fast vulture movement and destroying everything. Alright, these vultures clear this space. Drones are going to try to go inside this space, but we already have 2 Sunkens, but nearly not enough to stop this huge group of vultures. They're going to try to wipe out the drone line, and the Zerg's got no answers. So the answer is going to be a counterattack in the middle of the map, which is start to come out. There's no Goliath, just tanks, you know. It's gonna come in from all angles to attack, but the tanks are unseating. Alright, looks like this base is gonna be fine, and we just need to come out here. Some SCVs getting transferred to the other base, gonna get destroyed. This irradiate Mutualist is doing a lot of damage on his friend. Counter attack by the Hydralisks to take out this command center, and this command center is gonna be wiped out. But will Zerg be able to successfully deter these attacks from the Goliaths and the tanks? I'm not so sure, because yeah, now proA.Moltres is kind of short on minerals. He's got, okay, finally he's got a nice healthy economy. He needs to have a better economy here. This attack by SCRVN is quite good. He saves his base, and once again the upgrade of the tank is very strong. +3, +2. So many D matrix. Hydralisk numbers are not good enough. These guys need to, what are they doing? I'm not so sure. They're running and they're trying to attack the command center, maybe. No, the command center has already been destroyed, and so it looks like the game is gonna stabilize once again. SCRVN is up about 30 supply, and he will take out this base. This base is not allowed to mine, and proA.Moltres is gonna be back to just no mining once again. Yeah. Sorry, it's very noisy in the background. I apologize for that, guys. Anyways, looks like it's gonna be time for SCRVN to approach the bottom right. He's moving out slowly but surely with his +3 weapons and +2 armor army. He is just so good. I see no recourse for proA.Moltres. He almost had a chance to win the game, but now he's gonna be on the back foot. And this is the power of late game Terran against late game Zerg. Zerg needs to go for Queen. I mean, the only way to win against this kind of battles is Queen, but we don't see Queen at all. And 5 base turns, so strong. He's gonna be maxed out very much soon. He's got so many SCV bases mining everywhere. He's chasing and attacking and destroying all of his enemies. His factory count is doing really good. And yeah, we're gonna be seeing these overlords kind of have to running and hiding in the back here. Zerlin is trying to go for a counter. Finally, is gonna cast a Dark Swarm, but against Mech, Dark Swarm is not so effective. The first Dark Swarm is kind of far. The second Dark Swarm could not get casted because the Definer got sniped, and these Zerlins are doing decent damage, but not enough to reach the tank line. And all of the Hydralists get wiped out in an instant here. That's gonna be GG soon. I think SCVN has got a nice secure grip. He might just come out and take out this base. If he can destroy this base here, then he's gonna be completely starving out his enemy. And let's see if he moves this forward. He needs to kind of decide to move forward before the Dark Swarm is able to establish once again. It looks like he's trying to move all of his forces to that area. He says, you know, I know you will not attack my 12 o'clock base. I'm gonna move all of my forces here. I'm gonna make sure my splash damage can eat up your stuff. Nice. Evaded, and all of these missiles get pushed back. Wow, SCRVN supply 174, proA.Moltres only 100, and this game is going to be ending soon. I feel there's going to be very few chances for proA.Moltres to come back. He had a chance to finish the game, but he was unable to do so. I mean, he could try to wage a counter attack here, but he may not know about it. And look at this huge mech army moving forward to the bottom right of the screen. The bottom right of the screen is going to get toasted soon. It's going to be impossible for proA.Moltres to win this game, I fear. So many tanks, Goliaths, vultures, everything. There's also, first of all, very few drones mining here. Anyways, we have a small counter attack trying to salvage the situation for proA.Moltres. Got some Zerglings, need to cast a Dark Swarm, or even some Plague would be nice as well. Irradiate. No, the Definer was way too ahead, and he loses the Definer. This attack on the back is not so successful. Some of the forces are not engaging together, and yeah, not enough forces at all. But nice Dark Swarm though is able to slow down the progress of the tank. But they are now in the expansion. These +3 weapons and +2 armor. Do they have more upgrades? Not yet. Okay, finally, yeah, we do have the armor upgrade coming out. And this is gonna be a nice epic battle, but the tanks will be on the high ground, and it's gonna be impossible, I think, for Zerg to stop him. He's trying very hard to stop, but I mean, this base is toasted already. Don't even try. I think it might be better to try to attack this base, which has got very light defensive position. But of course, he doesn't know about it. He's gonna try to check for any kind of hidden bases. I mean, look for his own chances to re-establish the base. What is this? We have a science so it's trying to look for to do some kind of eraser trick, but no. Yeah. Anyways, we have just a single mutualist. That mutualist is gonna get wiped out, and proA.Moltres is down to 66 supply. Very few supply compared to his enemy. I don't think he's got a chance to win this game. Look at this. He's frantically trying to get his units together, but usually if you're a Korean programmer, by this time you would GG because there's no way you can win. But he's trying to fight hard. But he doesn't have supply, he doesn't have minerals. He's only mining a little bit from this base and a little bit from this base. He doesn't have the economy that he needs to support it, and tanks are on the high ground. So strong. Look at these tanks. 3 kills, 13 kills, 16 kills, 11 kills. Everyone has got like a freaking record killing machine. And huge reinforcement. Okay, these SCVs are coming out to do what? I don't know. I guess it's to mine. But Goliaths from the back able to intercept and to help out the SCVs. And that's it, man. proA.Moltres is down to 50 supply. Zerg is gonna try taking the base once again at the top left, but these tanks are still here. I mean, they've been here for a long time, and they're still here, and the tank line is just so strong. And there's no answer for Zerg to fight against SCRVN. So now we understand the playstyle of SCRVN. He doesn't like to play bio. He loves to play mech, and he loves to kind of play this kind of patiently long games until he gets to the late stage, so they can actually just build a crap tons of tanks. He's repairing the tanks and making sure that he can make use of them the most possible. Looks like counter attack, the final counter attack for proA.Moltres to the top block base. There's some tanks and Goliaths on the high ground. Yeah, sure, these Hydralists will be able to destroy the mines, but that's it. Tanks already siege, Goliaths on high ground protecting, and Goliaths reinforcing from the low side. That's it. proA.Moltres' remaining army is gonna get completely squashed here. We shall see. GG soon. If you like this kind of video, buy me coffee. The link is in the video description. I'd like to hope to see you in another game at some point. It's gonna be impossible for our Zerg friend to win here, but I think, yeah, he lost 2 games and win 1 game, so that's 1 win and 2 losses. GG for me. See you soon. Bye bye.